Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Boy, I am so excited. I'm telling you, every time I get ready to get on the podcast to tell you about God, to get somebody some good news, I'm going to tell you, I get happy. That just like that commercial, just like that movie Happy Feet, honey, I get happy feet, I get happy hands, I get a happy smile. I get happy when it comes time to telling you about God, to telling you about love and how to pray it forward, how we gonna move forward in the Lord despite the spiritual warfare, despite what's going on around us, despite what's happening. See, because even still, no matter what, we as ministers, no matter what, is we go ahead and try to find a peaceful place to tell you the word. Okay, you got the church, but you know what? It's stuff going on in the church, all around in the church. Somebody got to be moving. Somebody got to be doing this. Somebody got to be doing that. And it distracts from the message. It really, truly does. So even as I'm going forth each and every day, trying to bring forth the message, trying to find peace, honey, I'm going to tell you, God has given me peace. See, I have to just accept it. I have to just take it, because I have to say, well, look here, you are not going to take my joy. You are not going to take my peace, because you are protecting that inner spirit. You're protecting that inner peace, honey, that inner happiness, that God-given joy. God gives us joy, but honey, the oppression of the world and took it away. But we got to snatch it back. We got to take it back. We got to declare the victory. We got to say, no, you will not. You will not take my joy. Not even the weather gonna take my joy. If it's raining, it's got to rain, honey, because I will tell you this. Every single drop of rain and all the nutrients that it carries for the earth, and every single drop of rain, it don't even compare to the love that I have for you. Honey, it run that deep. As many raindrops, you can't even sit there and count all the raindrops. You'll get lost trying to count raindrops. But I'm going to tell you something, as many raindrops, so the earth need rain. So as much as when next time you looking at rain, you think it makes you depressed. Oh boy, it's rain again. Where the light of God is depressing to see. But I'm going to tell you something, when you see the next time you see the rain, think about my love for you. Think about how much I love you, and think about how much the forest and everything depends on the rain. Everything is growing, trying to reach its greatness because it needs the rain. Just as much as we need the love of the light of God, we also need the rain. The forests and the trees that we depend on to see. You see, they need the rain. They trying to grow. They trying to reach their great till somebody come along and chop them down, for some paper or something. But see, there you grow. I'm telling you, so don't get depressed about the rain, honey. The rain is about love. The rain is love too. The rain is making it grow. So we need the rain. So when storms come in your life, all it's going to do is make you stronger, just like the rain, just like that old stubborn grass that keep growing. Because that grass determined to grow. That grass determined to rise. That grass determined to come up in God. No matter how many times you go out there and get that lawnmower, the grass gonna keep growing. The grass gonna keep rising. So there you grow. You got to be like the grass, honey. You got to be like the green on the grass. You got to just keep on rising up in God. Keep on giving it to the Lord. Keep on grabbing your side and rising up in God, sowing the seeds of love all over the world. All those who you come in contact with, start sowing that seed of love. There you grow. Let me just throw some love your way. Let me just show you some love. Because you up in the spiritual warfare and you think you want to take me there. But let me just sow some seeds of love your way and just show you that love drives out hate. We gonna drive out the hate and the evil and make the world great, because don't nobody want to live next to evil. Don't nobody want to have no nightmare neighbor from hell. Don't nobody want that. People want peace. You want to be able to go up. The worst thing, one of the worst things that you can have is to be able to go out in your yard. You can't even sit outside because your neighbor. And these people you got to live by. You got to be by these folks. But see how you do this? You stay in your lane, honey. Leave folks alone. Stay in your lane. Stay on the path of righteousness. Don't get over there in the path of destruction. You see where it's headed. You see where it's going. But now you want to step off over there and get off in that lane headed for self-destruction. That's where that path is going. You can see the destination in your lane. You can see where they going, but you want to get on over here with them. Misery loves company. That saying is true. So there you go. You done got off and there you go too. Headed on down self-destruction lane right along with them. But I'm going to stay over here in my lane, honey, because, see, that's what I was told. That was some wisdom long ago, and I sure do appreciate it. Yeah, I said that. I appreciate the wisdom that he gave me, honey. That's the best words he could have said. Because, see, he told me to stay in my lane. He told me I was on the path of righteousness. He told me not to get in his mess. He told me to keep on growing. He told me that he loved the program. Keep on with the grow movement until it got to where I stopped arguing and clowning. Then it wasn't nothing to argue and clown about. Wasn't no reason to go cheat. Wasn't no reason to go do nothing. Wasn't no reason to get up and pack up all your clothes every 2 weeks. Every few days, pack up all your clothes, go stay gone a day or two and come back. See, that's another thing. People will do in this spiritual warfare, honey. People will use the legal system. They will use the legal system to their advantage, because that's exactly what he did. See, because we were married. He would do all of this. He'd hand me the key. Even hand me the key, say, I don't want to be here no more. I'm gone. I'm up. Many times he did that. Handed me the door key and said, I ain't coming back. Whatever I leave, throw away. One time he left his wallet. Whatever I leave, throw it away. I ain't coming back. Sure enough, he stayed gone a day or two. Then he come back, and I didn't even think so. I'm just trusting, honey, trusting. I trust God now. But yeah, honey, I trusted. And so, he come back, but the police said, I tell the police, say he don't want to be here, but he here, he back here. What y'all, can't you do something? Can't you keep him away? He said he don't want to be. He even didn't you tell me that, yeah, I said that, but I changed my mind. I want to be back here with you. I would beg the police officer, please, make him stay away. But no, they said because we were married, he had to stay there. And even though he gave me the key, he didn't mean it. Let him back in. I ain't had no choice. It just was a mess, honey. It really was. That's why you have to be careful who you trust your life with. Because when you go get married, that's exactly what you doing. Trusting your life, your kids, your finances, your everything. Whatever you bought, built, carried, had, all of that. See, because now we sorting it all out in the after effects. He went ahead and took everything. So I got to try to sort it out later on. I really don't want nothing, honestly, except the down payments that I put on those 3 cars. That's it. Then you go ahead on, honey. However, some different events that came about, honey. Some different things. You don't just go on no spiritual warpath, narcissistic warpath and involve children. So we got a child involved here. And she ain't of the hill. But, the things that he did over the past three years done affected her. So, we got to address that and see what happened. So we on the path, honey. I'm telling you, I am going to be the change. I'm going to out this narcissistic behavior because it's destructive. It's truly, truly destructive. Lives are being destroyed. Lives are being lost. People are losing their lives over a narcissistic person. Because, see, had it been left up to him, had it truly been left up to him, I'd be dead somewhere. I'd be gone somewhere. Because, see, that's what he actually spoke over my life. Is that what he wanted to see happen to me? So it fell on the ears. But see, any weapon formed against you shall not prosper. As you are growing in God, as you on your path of righteousness with God, as you have God, as you are holding on to God, as you don't let go of God. Because, see, God chose you. I'm telling you, God chose you. From the time the Spirit went in, God chose you. But now what you got to do is turn it over to God. You got to remove yourself from the chaos, negativity, and drama equation. You got to lock all of that out like you lock the burglars out. You got to keep it all away from your inner spirit, because what it'll wind up doing is destroying your spirit. It'll take you on up out of here, honey, spiritually and then physically. You're going to be gone. Next thing you're going to be all off in the spiritual warfare for real. Just like he said, what you don't see, you don't see it. Come on. You don't see what you think you see. Come on. Come on over here. You don't see it ain't what you think. Come on now. Come on over here with the evil. That's just how it is. Just like that, honey. It is just like that. And if you get caught slipping, the evil will catch you. The evil will catch you slipping. See, just like the spiritual warfare. Just like now. Now it's not a good time to cut grass, but he cutting it. So, I got to go with what it is. But I'm still going to give you the word, honey. I'm still going to give you the word because I told you I look to the hills which come in my help. That's the Lord. I look to God. I don't go sit on the TV and watch TV and then come back, tell you what TV said. Well, I think this was going to happen on the show. And this, honey, God got the answers. God can fix what's broke. God can fix all the breaking news, everything that's broke, everything they got broke, everything that's running across the banner down at the bottom. God is the answer. They done took God out the school, wondering what's going on, why people running up in the school, why the evil in the school, what's going on. Well, God ain't in there. When you take God out of something, what you expect gonna happen? Evil gonna run in. That's the door to open up, allow the evil to come in. When you take God, when you remove God and say, no, we don't need God no more. Well, we was doing fine when we had God, but now we don't need God no more. We had God in school. When I was in school, we prayed before school started. We respected our teachers, honey. Yeah, we act silly and stuff, but still, there was a line. It was a line that you didn't cross when it came to school and your teachers and your mama, your parents, other adults. You had respect. And those, that's what we got to do now. We got to start teaching our kids. We got to make sure that we teach our children because, honey, I'm going to tell you, I do not mind. I honestly do not mind somebody trying to tell my grandbaby something right. If he in the store doing wrong or something and my eyes are turned away for a second, I don't mind somebody trying to teach him or tell him because it takes a village to raise a child, honey. And Mother's Days is for all us women because we all got nieces, nephews, somebody, even if you don't have your own children, you got some nieces, nephews, cousins, somebody's child that is in your life. And see, these children don't ask to be here. That's the same thing with these poor street children. They didn't ask to be here in their situation. Regardless, people shun Africa so bad, but all life began in Africa. Why do you shun the motherland so bad? Why do you hate the motherland? It's because of Africans. That's why. That's why the motherland is hated so bad, but all life came from Africa. And we got to stop being like this, about people, about places, and especially a place like that, a beautiful place like Africa, Table Mountain, Africa, just Africa, period. Just the name Africa. I'm tempted to change my name Africa. I am a Nigeria or somebody. Because I love it that much, honey. I do. And I want to tell you something else. On this highway of life that I've been on, it's a beautiful journey. I love it because now, for the first time in my life, since really 1989, I'm on my own. On my own, meaning not just on my own, living alone. I haven't lived alone since I lived alone, but I was always involved with somebody, had somebody around, but now, it's just me and God, and I can take this time here now to focus on me and what God has for me to do, his work for his people. And I got to keep doing the work of God. I have to keep on growing in God. I got to keep rising and reach my greatness. No matter what goes on around me, as long as I keep growing. Because if I stop growing, I know I'm going to die. So I got to keep growing no matter what. I got to get up in the morning thinking of growing, because as the movement gets busier and busier and busier, honey, just keep growing. I'm telling you, it's getting busy. And I'm so thankful and grateful to God, honey, because we are different skin, one love. It's time to dry that love. It's time to dry this hate up out of here. It's time to dry this evil on up, just like if you uphill and looking downhill. and you start rolling the ball. That ball, just to let it roll. Roll that evil on up out of here. Let it roll. Let it rain. Let it rain too. Because the rain gonna show you the love. That's love, honey. That's love coming to the earth, because the trees and plants and different things can't survive without rain. Think about a drought. Think about the times when it don't rain. So then we get extra rain. So we got to be thankful and grateful to what God has given us and rejoice in that day. Not just in one day, not just on Sunday, not just on Saturday, not just thankful that it's Friday. We got to rejoice and thank and give God praise each and every day. And I do each and every day. I give God the praise, honey, because my life could be so much different. It could be so much different right now. I wouldn't even have a life had it not been for God. So I am truly thankful and grateful to be growing right now, to be growing in God, trying to reach my greatness, moving on and pressing forth, thinking of all the sayings and different things that God give me to say. I'm telling you, I'm so thankful and grateful. I could jump and shout, honey. I already told you I'm at the mountaintop, honey. I'm at my greatness in God. So all I got to do now is start spreading. Spread the love just like the great mountain. That's what it do. It just starts spread because it get too heavy in God. So it can't do nothing but spread. So that's what I do. I sow the seeds of love and watch the harvest grow. I just sow as I grow. I sow here, I sow there. I sow here and there and everywhere. I sow round there, sow round town, sow uptown, sow downtown. Anyone I come in contact with, I'm going to sow the love. See, because one thing I know, he tried to shut me up. He told me leave people alone, because I don't bother nobody. But if somebody speak to me, I speak to them back, but I show love. I spread love. I tell people that you are royalty. When you get done talking to me, honey, I'm going to be lifted your day up. You going to walk away from me with a smile on your face. It ain't no woe is me. We are conquerors and warriors in God. And we got to rise up as such. We got to show God, okay, God, you done been in the battle for me. Now I'm in the battle for you. I'm in this game to win it, God. I know I got to dribble this ball and run it up and down the court. I can't let the spiritual warfare take my ball. I got to run it. And once I let it grow, it's going to win. I'm going to win the game. Because you in it, God. You in. I can't do nothing but win it. It's going to be the winning point. When you shoot the ball, you going to win it all. You ain't going to fall. You going to rise up. You going to get to your greatness. Reach your greatness in God. It's time to rise up. Give God the praise. I'm telling you, it's time for a better way in God. Grow is a better way in God. You in it to win it. God is in the game. You can't do nothing but win it, kings and queens. It's time to rise, kings and queens. It's time to rise all over the world. I'm telling you, tell somebody to grow, because this is how we grow. So there you grow. I'm going to sow some seeds of love your way. I'm going to sow some seeds of love out there in Moscow, out there in Russia. Let me sow some seeds of love on over there, down there, California. Let me sow some seeds of love over here in the Philippines. Let me sow some seeds of love over there in Taiwan. Let me sow some seeds of love down you, Panama. Let me sow some seeds of love right over there, Wyoming. I'm telling you, honey, I can name, so I can just go ahead and name everywhere, but I'm shining the light of God everywhere, because I meditate on everywhere. I meditate all around the world. I meditate on the oppressed. I know it's going on. But honey, listen. Love is an action word. So I got to love. I got to grow. I got to rise. I got to get on here and tell people to sow. See, because look, I can turn on the TV like they said, go see such and such. Turn on such and such. I can run over there and be like, ooh, yeah, you right. Ooh, they shouldn't have done such. And see, I'm going to tell you, I'm tired of the hashtags, honey. I can mark another hashtag and I'm telling you, I can fill up with hashtags. But we got to do something about the hashtags. We got to stop having hashtags. We got to stop having toe tags. We got to stop having all these tags except the tag of God. Start having a tag of God. That's the light of God that shines from you. It's going to shine over the world just like the sun that shines on you each and every day. Yo, it's there. Even though you don't see it, it's there every day because storms are going to come. In each life, some rain is going to fall, but don't mean you fall. You know, in each life, some rain is going to fall, but you got to rise over the rain. You got to grow. You know, as it rains, grow. You know, as it rains, sow. As it rains, rise. As it rains, reach your greatness. As it rains, come up. As it rains, pray forward. As it rains, go forth in God. As it rains, forgive. As it rains, go on. As it rains, I'm telling you, rise up to reach your greatness in God, honey. That's exactly what I have done. That's exactly how I overcame, honey. That's exactly how I gained my life. That's exactly how I won. That's exactly how I gained, honey. That's exactly how I got a better way in God. You know, I was removed from the spiritual warfare. I got up out of there. Because it was going to be either me or I was going to lose my life, honey. It wasn't no playing around. God said, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. My will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. My will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. I'm telling you, I can make a song out of that, honey. Because that's what I live by. That's what God said. If that's what God said, I'm going with what God said. I don't care what you said, Paul said, they said, God said. God said grow. God said tell them to sow. God said love and pray forward. God said my will. God didn't say your will. God didn't say his will. God didn't say evil. God said my will. So I got to go with the will of God, honey. So let's do that. Because I'm going to tell you something. Anything else you trying to do, it ain't going to work. You keep on doing that your way. How old you are now? You okay? God been pulling you through all this time. You in the spiritual warfare. It's time to get out of there. See, because you're going to get caught up, locked up, fall for the setup. Now I'm going to wait right here for a second. Then I got to move on. You got to decide one way or another if you're going to get right or get left. It's time to grow in God. It's time for a better way. It's time to get out that mess. You know, it's time to get away from that. Let's grow, people. Greatness, 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 greatness. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. We gonna rise. We gonna rise in God. I'm so excited, honey. Don't be surprised. I'm so excited, but God got the bonus prize. God got the bonus prize. Keep on growing in God. Keep on rising up. Keep on rising up. Keep growing in God because you're going to come out with substance. You're going to come out. I'm telling you, it is time. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Different skin, one love, and that love is God, from God above. I love you.